I'm so impatient, dude. I can't just sit around waiting. The law is the worst gang. What the fuck? Howdy there, fella.
Who might you be?
My name's Mills, and you?
I'm Good Luck Buck. I always have good luck.
It's an interesting way of riding a horse, good luck, bug.
What, there's something wrong with it? You want to throw hands right here, right now? I'll throw hands with you.
Why the fuck would I want to fight you?
I would rip you apart, you little twig. I would pick you up and I would grab you by the shoulders and I would rip it like a sheet of paper down the middle. You want to get out to 20 paces?
I can't grab him! What the fuck? Are you covered in oil?
I'm just that much stronger than you.
Get the fuck
You'll
out
have to
of...
train for years before you can hope to face
You're
me.
like a solid goddamn brick wall. How
Oh,
often
yeah.
you work out?
Oh, yeah. I'm always working out. I've never stopped flexing my muscles.
Listen, fella, it's not smart to go around challenging people to 20 paces. You don't even know who I am.
Yeah, I suppose that's right. You
Are
good
you...
with that iron?
I could shoot the nutsack off a squirrel at 100 yards.
Oh,
I
I
say...
know someone like that.
I say that on
But he can
Cucamonga.
shoot the nutsack off of a mouse at 101 yards.
Bull fucking shit.
Yeah, what else can you do?
A large, Before I answer that, which way you coming from, fella?
I'm coming from Wapitas. I'm a friend of all the people.
This might get a little hectic here, Buck.
I, I,
Put your fucking hands up, Buck.
Put the fucking gun down.
Put your hands up.
okay.
Put the gun down.
Who the fuck are you?
Go and put it down.
Who the fuck are you? Are you law?
Go ahead and put the gun down.
Hell no, dude.
Feeling pretty spry there? Are you gonna sit down and we can have a little talk?
Tell me, Sloan. What is there to talk about?
Well, now I would wager there's quite a lot, but considering the last time you were face to face with me in a conversation, I believe there was very little talking I got to do. Although I will thank you for being the only idiot out there on that fucking ice floe who didn't pretend that they had something to say to me.
Like I said, there was nothing to be said.
That's it, huh? All that time and everything else, and
What do you want me to say, Sloan? When you and Jack separated, the only fucking person who talked to you like a human was me.
true. But then the problem was when Jack turned around again and decided that I was betraying him and a rat and a worm and everything else. All those adjectives you like so much. Nobody talked to me. Alice has apparently been lying to you about what's been happening. She's very good at that.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Lying to me about what?
Well, I've heard she's very happy to tell everyone I shot her in the back.
The only issue I have with you, Sloan, is when we were out actively hunting down DiCenzo's, you were patching them up so they could come back and try to kill us. And I get it, you're a doctor. But when you were on your loan, when I first bumped into you, I kept telling you that you could probably find a place with us. And that day in the speakeasy when people were trying to besmirch you, I believe I was the only one who stuck up for you.
You know, of everyone out there, I did believe you on that. Do you know what happened in Saint Denis? I'm sure Jack's told you that story, how the war started. I'm sure he told you the DiCenzos pulled me out of a hole in the ground and disappeared like a lapdog, right?
Go ahead and enlighten me, but I'm pretty sure I know already.
I was just in the city, being a doctor like I am. And they told me someone got shot, and I came in to treat him. And it wasn't until I was treating him that I knew that Jack was the one who shot him. So when I had the opportunity to go and save Jack and Jed, save their lives, which is what I did. Yes, I was with them. Because Jack put me there.
Guys, I just want to hear her out. I'm not gonna...
So he can say that I trade you all as much as he wants. He can turn it over, but
The telephone's calling.
Wait.
at the end of the day, it was never going to go any different. You know how it gets. That obsession swallows him whole. Every fucking time. And I know you want to say that I was patching up the other side while you were actively riding on him, but that wasn't the case. I mean, I think you could ask pretty much any of them, and they tell you that I was not a friend, and I was not trusted, and I was nothing more than a doctor who stopped in occasionally. Up until James made a choice and tried to kill me. That was the line in the sand.
You know, I love the crowd you brought here today, Sloan. To my left is a girl that we didn't even touch a hair on. And the very next day, they ride out and kill two of my best friends. And beside her is a fellow that was so scared, he ran and jumped off a fucking roof.
And yet, the woman you love has been lying to you. She shot me first, Mills. I had no intention of shooting her, and I got all of it. And then in Rhodes,
And what happened there, Sloan? What led up to that?
James shooting me is what led up to
Why
that.
did James shoot you?
Because James is a fucking moron. And don't try and tell me he's not. I did everything that I could for him, you know. When she stabbed him and everything went sideways, I did everything I could for him. I nearly got shot over it. And that was what he returned in kind. You know, we had a conversation in Rhodes, me and Nate, and they all circled around me. And do you know what Kaniklo was screaming at me? How dare you steal Jack's money to buy medical supplies? How dare you? A complete and utter fabrication. Nothing but a lie.
Sloan. James shot you because you were getting involved in something you didn't need to be involved in.
James shot me because he wanted to.
Yeah, there's probably truth to that as well.
There's no rules, there's no principle. Y'all don't seem to understand that. Jack is motivated purely and wholly out of fear. His paranoia and his anxiety take apart every single thing in his life. The principle that you all like to talk about, the words, it's just whatever the closest target is on the day. James wanted to shoot me because he wanted to shoot me. He's angry, he's scared, and he's young. Doesn't know which way he's going. And I would have so much more respect for him if he just fessed up to the fact that he really wanted to put a fucking bullet in my chest. But instead I have to hear that you all do it for the principle, for this nebulous idea that takes us all over. Just admit you're bad people. Just admit you get your friends killed because you have nothing else to do. Admit that.
I'm a bad person. But I ain't a fucking Muppet. Also, we're bad people, yet that girl over there wasn't fucking harmed. And we were looking for a talk. And y'all go out and kill two people.
Two people who made their own decisions, Mills.
Give me a
And to be
fucking break,
honest-
Sloan. You got involved in this war because everyone thought you were patching up the enemy. You were getting involved in it. Nash and Effie didn't even raise a fucking gun to y'all until that day. All they did was pass along information.
Information that could have gotten any one of us killed. You realize that,
Boo
right?
fucking who? That's war.
Well, boo fucking
hell.
who? You're gonna preach that it's war, but you're gonna sit here and complain that casualties of war are fucking any different?
We had a peace, There was talks of a ceasefire. We weren't at war.
Yeah, and what were the conditions of that ceasefire?
Your boyfriend didn't tell you?
Who's that supposed to be referring to?
Then I'm guessing they didn't tell you.
I'd like to hear it from you, Mills.
The talk of the ceasefire, Sloan. See, we ran into Oliver. By his lonesome. Like an injured puppy. Alice and I did, and we didn't touch him. We told him that there's been enough bloodshed on both sides. Let's end this. I asked him, who was Sloan to you? He looked me in the eye and said, he looked real pained when he said it. He said, she's just a medic. So I said, so y'all wouldn't have an issue handing her over and this whole war would stop? He said, I see no problem in that, but I gotta go up to the higher-ups and tell them about it. Those were the conditions of the ceasefire, and I'm sure he never told you that.
Do you want to know something you'll really hate? I was about 10 feet outside that telegram office watching you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I knew the conditions, Mills, but to be honest,
But did he tell you them?
yeah. It's not hard to guess what you all want.
That sounded like the
I'm
most
just
unconvincing
confused as to
yeah
why
I've
I'm
ever
the focal
heard.
point of so much of your hate. You've got a lot of it out there. You can spread it around, but ending the war for little old me? What's that all about?
Like I said, Sloan, from my point of view, you were actively patching up the people who were trying to kill us on a daily basis.
I was actively patching up you. I was actively telling you from the beginning, if you recall, I'm not exclusive. I'm a doctor.
I don't know about that, Sloan. Is that what you tell yourself? Because how it seemed was, whenever people would try to hurt you, and considering how much love I have for Jack, and you were Jack's woman, I would rip anyone apart that would touch you.
Do you know why it all started? You know why Jack drove himself into that paranoia that day when he went shooting in Saint Denis?
Because we
woke up
walked
in my
away.
house. No. Because we woke up in my house.
This is okay.
and
I know
because
why
someone
he
had
shot him.
carved R.I.P. AJ into the door frame. I took it as a threat upon me, which seemed likely given the scenario. And at some point, Jack's twisted mind turned around and he decided that it was my fault. And that it was a warning. And that somebody was trying to tell him that I was the bad guy. So he didn't talk to me. Didn't figure anything out. He didn't even try. He just left me. And he went and he shot at DiCenzo. Because that was safer and easier for him than the possibility that he might get hurt by someone.
I can add on to
That's
that.
an idiot.
Let's do.
Jack stabbed Kaniklo, and we walked away. Jack was at Thieves Landing. And all of us had nothing to say to him. And he was pacing back and forth. Because he saw everyone he cared about. Not with him. So he went on a violent spree.
I was there, Mills. Remember? I was there when he stabbed Caniclo. I was the one who dragged Caniclo to the fucking doctors. It's this thing that confuses me out in the West is... It's just the picking and choosing of who you love and who you trust and who you hate. Because I heard Caniclo was riding with Jack again, and he seemed very, very upset at the idea that I allegedly stole money from him. Now, if a man had gutted me
That's just Kanika.
over the principal and left me to die, I don't know that I'd have it in my heart to turn around and forgive him and fight his wars for him. In fact, I know I wouldn't, because I'm standing here now.
I don't think you've ever loved someone in your life the way. Yeah, you laugh at it. But these people around you just wait. What was that you told us a very long time ago, Sloan? You were part of a gang. And it got ripped apart.
No. Was not my gang. Never my gang.
But you ripped apart a gang.
Absolutely, I did. I'll do it again.
Y'all hear
But those
that?
weren't my people. Mills, unlike you and Kettleman, the people around me are very aware of what I'm capable of. It doesn't scare them so much.
What do we do with them now?
Let's wait
I
for Carlo to
guess-
get back.
Yeah. I do have one more question, Mills.
All ears, Sloan.
You were the smartest of them. Low bar, but... Where do you see this all ending?
Ryder. 2.
Is that Carlo?
I don't know, but they're fucking blind.
They might be.
I'll get him, I'll
Jesus.
get him, I'll get him.
Oh, well, you don't even know if that's them. They'll figure it
Oh.
out. Yeah, look at that.
All right, Sloan. We're getting Mills on your horse. You follow me back. Then.
Oh,
them two are staying
brother.
here.
Is there gonna be more of this?
Stand up, Mills.
Them two being.
T and
Leo. Yeah, that's true.
Stand up for me, Mills.
Is that fucking Nate Casey?
Take him.
Listen, don't y'all have a plan with me already? Why don't you get on and fucking do it already?
Don't think it. Just look at it.
All right, we're going back to that same place where we were at, Sloan.
I hear that one.
Give me a fucking break, dude.
All right. You be careful on the way.